Hello, this is Mike, NoStressMike.com. There's something very important everyone needs to think about, every adult man. And the reason I say adult is because hopefully we have enough reasoning. We haven't been sheltered so much that we can't reason this out. But I'm going to try to answer the question, when does killing people turn into murder? And the reason it's such an important question is moral people are the ones that have to deal with that question. Now, if immoral people don't deal with that, that's nothing they have to deal with. Really the best is probably to talk about the morals. But like I say, I can't talk about moral people that easily. That's why I haven't made a video on that. And the reason is the language and the culture makes it changes the way the morals are for different people. Now, and really that's about all I can talk about in the way of the morals. But like I say, back to the killing become murder. Now that is much easier to answer. And the thing is, for one thing, when it comes to self-defense, and somebody is either hurting you or fixing, there's no doubt about it that they are fixing to harm you. And that harm isn't like somebody going to slap you upside the head. I mean, harm you like there's a good chance or a chance that you're going to die. And when it gets to that point, self-defense is you stop. It's a predator that's doing it to you, and so to stop this predator, you do what you got to do. And killing him, that's not really what you're doing. You're stopping him from hurting you. Now, if he dies, yes, you killed him. It wouldn't be considered murder, morally, as far as I'm concerned. When I got into the convenience store shooting, it's a street gang. Street gang came in to rob the place. And it's funny because I've made a video about that. And there was one comment guy, I guess, not paying attention or weird or something. And he says, well, you sure do talk happy after killing somebody. And he was saying that with the intent like I murdered someone. And it was funny because he was way off. Just the first thing is, I did shoot the guy in the face. Went right there, knocked out his teeth, and got caught in his second vertebrae. But he didn't die. So the first thing, the guy wasn't paying attention. The guy didn't die. And anyway, it doesn't, to me, at that particular situation, that guy had a gun already drawn. His gun was drawn already, and he was fixing to hurt me. And that's when I shot him in the face. Now, what did I do? Did I attempt to kill the guy? And if he would have died, does that mean I murdered him? No. I stopped the threat. He was the one that was going to use deadly force on me. In my self-defense, I stopped the threat. If he dies. That's not the point. Okay. See, so that's really what self-defense is. You're defending yourself. And sometimes you have to defend yourself by using deadly force. And so that's where that comes from. I survived. Okay, let me before I do this, before I go there. Combat troops, people that have been in combat. A lot of times they have problems dealing with the combat. I don't blame them. It was very difficult for me. There's different reasons why they have problems. I want to talk about the one of those reasons, and one of those reasons is killing people. Moral people do not kill. Moral people do not murder. That's just the way moral people do things. So that makes it a little hard when you're in combat, because now you are killing people. It's not self-defense, because you're at war. Your job, your duty is to kill these people. I mean, as a, what do you call it, a soldier, or the guy dropping bombs, or whoever's controlling their what do you call it, drones and stuff. Their job is to kill people. Now, the problem is when you use that as an excuse to kill people, it's hard to live with yourself. Moral people. For me, the biggest advantage I had, what I remember of Vietnam, remember I was 18 years old. What I remember, I'm scared shitless. What I remember is, yes, my job, the Marines sent me over to Vietnam to kill for my country, and great, I was ready to do all that stuff. When it get down to the nitty-gritty, I'm sitting on the side of a hill with some other Marines, and we're fighting for our life. I really, in my mindset, I was defending myself. I'm here, I've got my hole here, there's two other guys with me. We are going to control this little area right here and defend ourselves in this little area. If you're over here, 20 yards over, you can have it. But when you're over here, we got to fight you. We want to kill you. That's what I remember. Now, maybe there was times that I just flat went out and started killing Vietnamese. I mean, I was up north, so I wasn't up against farmers. I had to distinguish which ones were bad or good. I didn't have to do that. I mean, where I was, if you're there, you're one of the enemy. So it wasn't that big of a thing. But I don't remember the time of just plain killing somebody that wasn't coming after me. I don't remember that. It might have happened, but I don't remember it. And but anyways, but that's how I was able to cope with the war. And I say, it's not like I shot and my shot would go off somewhere and kill an innocent person or something. I didn't have to deal with any of that. So that's why I had it easy, if you're going to look at it like that. Now, when you always hear me talk about the difference between military, police, and self-defense. Military and police, it's hard to do self-defense. They put themselves in that situation. Kind of like me going to Vietnam. I put myself in that situation of being in Vietnam. Now, the reason I'm even talking about this is I'm focused on the three-man militia taking care of me, my family, my friends, and my local community. That's what I'm focused on. Why? Because morally, I can do that. Morally, I've got the strength and I've got the moral responsibility to do that. And I can do it using my morals. Now, it's hard to use your morals when you're in the military and police, because like I say, it's your job, and the three-man militia, it's their job, yes. But like I say, we didn't ask for any of this. We don't put ourselves in these situations. And we are doing the right thing, the morally correct thing. Otherwise, we won't do it. I told you, the three-man militia is based on doing the morally proper thing. Not what we are told, what is doing the morally proper thing. And so we don't need an order. We don't need a job to do the morally correct thing. That's why you have to look at the three-man militia in that type of concept. Is we didn't ask for anything bad to happen to us, our families, our friends, or our local community. We didn't ask for that. This is stuff that has been brought upon us for whatever reason. It doesn't make any difference. The way I have our three-man militia set up in our community, we will defend our families, friends, and local community from any threat. It doesn't make any difference. I talked about I'm not in favor of revolution. Because when you have a revolution, you have rebels. And rebels end up doing some very bad things. Everybody does bad things in war. And I will defend my community against anything. So, now, am I going to cooperate with the military, police, rebels? I'm not sure. You're getting too far ahead of me on that. But I know one thing. My three-man militia, and whatever community I am set up in with my three-man militia, working with other three-man militias, we will have to make those judgments at the time. But for one thing, I don't want to cross that point from killing to murder. And all of that, the difference between killing and murder is in the attitude. And as far as I'm concerned, that attitude is morals. For me, as a civilian. Now I'm a civilian. I don't take orders from the military. I don't take orders from anybody. So mine is totally based on morals. Same like the three-man militia. So in other words, I will do whatever I have to do. I've proven it all my life. And as far as I know, murder is something I haven't done. And murder, I don't know. I was never in a position in the military or when I was training SWAT teams and doing counter-terror. I never got in a position where I just plain flat murdered anyone. And but I know where that line is. That is one of the reasons why I made this video, to help others look for that line, and when that line comes, they'll know what to look for before they cross it. Civilian, three-man militia, law enforcement, or military, we all come to that line. This is Mike, NoStressMike.com.